Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Sunday afternoon. Um, the time is 3:43, so it's 3:45 nearly on a Sunday afternoon. And I'm just in my flat in Rochester, and I'm just trying to relax. Got a bit stressed out. Early afternoon, I got a bit stressed out, but I've calmed down now. Just made myself a cup of tea. I put the television on for a bit. There was some Western film on or something. I can't get into that. So I really have literally been cleaning all day long. Just tidying up around the gas boiler area and by the window, and mopping the floor, tidying up my bathroom, and keeping myself to myself because I literally do not trust people. Every person that I've had in my life is turned out to be a liar. You can't trust people. They say they're going to turn up, they don't. And they say it's a one-off and they do it again. I mean, it's just a complete waste of my time. He's drilling upstairs. He's drilling. He's got the drill out. He's drilling upstairs. He's been indoors most of the day. He hasn't had his kids round this weekend, so he's on and off drilling. I think I'm being driven out of my proverbial mind, basically. So we're going to get random drilling. It feels like an episode of Carry On, I don't know, Carry On sending Crystal round the bend. So I'm just drinking my cup of tea. It's one of these teas with pearls in, and it's a purple colour. It's purple. And I've just dropped some of it on the floor now. What else is going to go wrong? Yeah, I'm drinking this Bubbleology taro milk bubble tea. I've just spilt some on the floor. Once again, good afternoon, everybody. So I have been cleaning up, tidying up, on and off, making a cup of tea. I'm not a nasty, angry person, but someone is trying to annoy me and upset me, so they think I'm going to go on a rampage like a bull in a china shop. And really, it's them that's the thug and the monster. It's certainly not me, so I'm going to keep quiet. Whatever goes on, whatever noise he makes upstairs, I'm just going to carry on. I'm not the one that is in the wrong here. I'm just trying to get some peace and quiet in my flat, that's all. Seems to me someone is literally trying to get me out of my flat or drive me round the bend. I don't know which. I'm not going outside. I'm a middle-aged woman. I have health issues. I'm not going to wander the streets because somebody decides that it's not going their way. Let's up the ante and make more noise than we usually do. It's Sunday, for goodness sake. Doesn't the guy actually sit down? So it hasn't been too bad. I've got no complaints. It's just that someone thinks I've got money. They think I've got money. They think that I'm, in my flat with loads of money, and I'm not. I live on benefits. I'm on my own. I have disabilities. And I'm not going out to the shop. I'm not going out to the shop tomorrow. There is no money. I have not been anywhere in ages. I've not been on holiday. I don't wear expensive clothing. It's usually from thrift shops, charity shops, or online because it's cheap. So I don't know who's got it in their head that I've got money, because I haven't. This flat is rented. I haven't bought it, and I haven't got a mortgage. So I've been tidying up today, and trying to keep warm as well, because here in Rochester we've had a very, very, very cold spell. It's been cold. So I felt ill. Got myself in a state. I got stressed over nothing. It was pointless getting stressed in the first place. Someone thinks I'm going to get angry and rob people because I haven't got anything. No, I'm not going to do that. Hence these police cars everywhere when I'm the victim. And I reported a crime 2 Fridays ago, and the police have not even bothered to check up on me. I phoned victim support and they've not bothered to at the moment do anything, and I'm still dealing with this nuisance upstairs. Off he goes, he's drilling again. Drilling. He's trying to wind me up. He's drilling. I don't know who he is, I don't know why he's doing it, he's just a pest. Just sat there watching my telly. I had a headache this afternoon. He's not getting his own way. I'm going outside and acting completely normal because there's nothing wrong with me. So he's being a bit of a dick. On a Sunday afternoon. Why doesn't he go out? Why is it me that's got to go outside? He's the one with the foreborn Dale. I can't get in a car and drive off somewhere. And if he wants me out of this flat, why doesn't he knock on the door and ask nicely instead of being a nuisance, a noise nuisance? Anyway, 2 o'clock, I took Max out for a walk on my own with the said headache on the left side of my head. I did not get cross, I did not get upset. I walked out of the front of the building and I heard some neighbours downstairs laughing, and I walked across the road. I had my red beanie hat on. I've been wearing this one. This red beanie hat here. So I'm going to put my music on in a minute. You can have that back. Who likes that song by Lola Young? I'm Too Messy. I love that song. I love it. I relate to it. So I went out with this beanie hat on this afternoon because I had a headache and I wanted to keep my head warm. Somebody was laughing downstairs to each other. I walked across the path and I walked onto the field, and there was a couple walking around the field together, male and female. That was all. I let Max off the lead. He went around the field enjoying himself. This morning I had a great walk. I really enjoyed it by the riverside edge. Can I reiterate that I am not depressed, I'm not upset, I'm not going to do anything silly. That the more these people get on my nerves, the more that I will give it back. I never give in and I never give up. I'm not depressed. I'm annoyed, I'm agitated, and I'm fed up with this prick upstairs. Literally. That's been doing this for the past 4 years, being a fucking nuisance in my life. A fucking nuisance. A pest. Unwanted. So I came off the field and usual transit vans, or words I've played on Scrabble Go, on car number plates. It can feel like you're going round the proverbial bend, but I know what they're doing. They've been doing it since I came down from Gloucestershire when I reported a serious crime to the police. They are covering up crimes. They are trying to make out it's me and I am a woman. I've had enough, it's gone on for too long, and I will just fight fire with fire. And he can drill, I don't know what he's drilling. He's probably drilling his nuts by the sound of it. I don't know what he's drilling. But when it's all quiet and there's no trouble, he gets the drill out. It's a good job I've got a sense of humour. I have. And hopefully he goes to work early tomorrow morning.
Playing most recent one.
Alexa.
Canadian? Kraken.
Alexa.
May know the answer.
LBC Radio.
It's Thursday, February 6, 2025. I'm Christine Lee. This is CoinDesk Daily.
What is this? CoinDesk Daily. Alexa. LBC Radio. I don't know what the hell.
LBC London from Global Player.
Get more from your smart speaker by linking to your Global Player account. You'll then be able to catch up on your favourite shows on your smart speaker. Just say, ask Global Player to link my account.
And people forget that and they think it's just banter or a laugh amongst friends. So I think if Keir Starmer does take action, it should be firm, it should be direct, and it should be enforceable. And hopefully it kind of removes that kind of systemic issues that do exist within
George,
local...
thank you for the call. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Let's talk to Julia in Walthamstow. Hi, Julia.
Hello, hi Vanessa.
Hello.
Lovely to speak to you.
Nice to speak to you too. Welcome to the show. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm with you entirely. Most is all the other people.
Oh, it's hard to hear you, unfortunately. We may have to go to Diane and come back to you because we're missing every other word you say. Unfortunately, we'll ring you back, Julia. Diane, hello. She's in Coleraine in Northern Ireland. Hello there, Diane.
Hello, Vanessa.
Hi. What do you make of this stuff?
I'm with you. I think what's in a person's heart is very important, and the very fact that he said some of the things that he did proves to me that he's not really suitable for the job. And I don't believe that's the same. I believe that there's bad apples in any organisation, but I think we're seeing more and more of this in our politics. And it is very worrying. I certainly would worry about the constituents' confidentiality and privacy. It was a very hurtful thing, particularly what they said about the older lady Anna Benz. I mean, people are...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, for goodness sake, that's kind of the bedrock of politics, is people saying, my bin hasn't been collected. Can somebody please, sort me out? That's absolutely meat and drink is what happens at MP surgeries. It's kind of what they sign up to. There's nothing shocking or annoying about that. That's just the job, isn't it?
That's right. It was like utter contempt for her, and it was quite shocking. But I'm not really that surprised, I have to say.
Really?
No, not of it, no. I think politics is not, people are in it for their own ends, and they're not really there to support their constituents. Not all, because you can't tar all, but I do see that an awful lot now, Vanessa.
Do you think so? I think it's so disheartening. It really is. And also, how can you possibly think your interests are going to be properly represented if he's just shown that he thinks you're a horrible kind of caricature racial stereotype? How can you possibly look after you? Obviously, he doesn't care less about you. He thinks you're less than other people. It's horrible. I find it really, really distressing, the whole thing. Diane, so nice to hear from you. Let's talk to Kim in Lewisham. Kim, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Very good afternoon to you,
Very good afternoon to you. I'm all right. Lovely to hear your voice here at LBC.
I was enjoying your book, by the way, and I did see my name on it, and I did see what you said, yes.
I was right, wasn't I?
You were indeed. Yes.
Okay, because Kim used to call my show on the BBC a lot, and in the book, in my autobiography, which is called Vanessa Bears All, I talk about regular listeners and how you develop a relationship with them over the years, and how you get to know their whole backstory, even though you've never seen them, you've never recognised them, and so that's what Kim's telling me, that he's read the book and seen his own name in it. Nice to hear from you, Kim. Tell me what you think about this.
And basically, what I think is, this isn't the first time when prime ministers think, they're the only one who got brain and everyone else is a schmuck, I'm not a schmuck, Vanessa.
I don't think you can use the word. That's a word that's Yiddish. I know what that word means, and I would recommend you don't use it on the radio.
I'm sorry, yes.
It's all right, my darling. Use something else.
Rude,
No, that is rude, so don't say that. Say something else. I know Kim probably does. I don't think Yiddish is his first language, as he comes from Kosovo originally, so I don't think that's his fault.
Yeah, that's correct.
No, I know, you didn't mean it. So don't worry, we'll move on. We know you didn't do it on purpose.
But what I'm trying to say is, this isn't the first time when prime ministers, MPs, and those who represent us think they're the only ones who got brain.
Yeah.
And no one else does have any brain at all, you know?
Yes.
Because common sense tells me for a minister to use such language, it's just, I find it rather hard to accept that a minister would use such language. Because surely, for him to reach where he reached, at the level that he was in the cabinet, you need some brain. Not everyone is able to get there unless they don't have the right brain to get to the level that he is in, you know? So, you know, we know this is just Keir Starmer trying to say, well, look at me, I am strong, or look at me, I can do what I say in my parliament and so on. You know, just honestly, this is Keir Starmer trying to tell his followers, trying to tell the people of this country, I am strong. You did the right choice to make me the Prime Minister of this country, because no one is going to mess around whilst I'm the Prime Minister of this country.
But he did get rid of him. He did take his job away very quickly, and he did. And he has suspended his membership of the Labour Party, and he hasn't done the usual thing, which is hang on forever.
Well, exactly. That proves my point. This is why he did what he did, because he's trying to tell everyone, I am strong. No, what he's done is convince me that he actually isn't strong enough to be where he is.
All right, Kim, thank you very much indeed. That concludes this discussion. I'll tell you what's coming up next. At 5 o'clock, schools across England say they're being forced to make teachers and teaching assistants redundant to avoid going into deficit. It's a serious blow to the government's plans to improve education. But coming up next, in the latest New Year's Honours list, only 6% of higher awards went to people in the north of England, and only 4% to people from working class backgrounds. Keir Starmer says he wants to see representations from the length and breadth of the UK, but that's certainly not what happened at all. Do you think top honours winners are too posh, too southern? Should the whole New Year's Honours game be axed? 0345 6060 973.
On your radio, on Global Player, and
Play LBC.
leading Britain's conversation. This is LBC.
From Global's newsroom at 4 o'clock, Health Minister Andrew Gwynn has been sacked after a newspaper revealed he sent a string of offensive and abusive WhatsApp messages. The MP for Gordon and Denton's also been suspended from the Labour Party, which says it will take action against any other MP or minister involved with the group. Jennifer Nadel, the co-director of Compassion in Politics, told LBC Andrew Gwynn has let down all MPs.
Having spent nearly 40 years in and around Westminster, I have to say that most of the politicians I meet are not like this. And the problem with a story like this is it confirms our worst prejudices about the political class. And this is really dangerous at this moment in time because there's been a huge loss of trust in conventional politics.
President Trump has told the New York Post he's talked to Russian President Vladimir Putin over the phone about ending the war in Ukraine. The Kremlin hasn't denied the report, which would represent the first known direct conversation between Putin and a US president in around 3 years. Scotland's former First Minister has told LBC he's not sure his daughters, who are Muslim, will be safe in the UK in future. Humza Yousaf said he's deeply concerned about the spread of anti-Islamic rhetoric as right-wing populist parties gain support across the world. He told Sunday with Lewis Goodall the problem has got worse in the last 2 decades.
If I again strip back everything else and just consider my primary responsibility as a father to 3 girls, can I honestly say as a Muslim that my daughters will be safe in this country as Muslims in the future? And I think the answer to that has to be, I'm not very sure.
Officials say famine has been mostly averted in Gaza as aid enters the territory as a result of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. 200 trucks a day have arrived in the Strip since the truce started on January the 19th. An emergency meeting has been held in Ireland to discuss restoring power, water and telecommunications systems more than 2 weeks after Storm Éowyn. Around 1,500 homes in the Republic remain cut off from electricity. Wolves are comfortably through to the last 16 of the FA Cup thanks to a 2-0 win at Blackburn. Aberdeen have progressed to the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup with a 3-0 win over Dunfermline. LBC weather staying cloudy tonight with further outbreaks of rain and drizzle, which could be wintry over high ground, a low of -1. It's another mostly cloudy day tomorrow with any brightness in the northwest. Showers, sleet and snow will move westwards, a high of 6 degrees. From Global's newsroom for LBC, I'm Tim Humphrey. This is LBC from Global, leading Britain's conversation with Vanessa Feltz.
So, I believe he's just random drilling to make me cross. That's what I believe. We have got people in fluorescent vests delivering to the opposite flats. I do not have any money. I can't go outside and go anywhere because I just can't. So he's random drilling to try and get me cross. A disabled woman. He's just trying to get me cross. And I had to report what happened to me 2 Fridays ago while I was just inside a shop, minding my own business, just trying to put my gas on the card. I was verbally abused in a shop, just minding my own business, and someone is orchestrating this. And they need to be brought to account because it's wrong. Why don't they go outside and show, it's not me. I have never worn a fluorescent vest. I don't get up for work in the morning. I'm disabled and I live at home. And I'm in my home most of the day. Right? I will be contacting victim support. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's all fake and false. My elderly mother is suffering and she's nearly 80. There's no way a poor lady of 80 can be sent to work. And the way that they're treating my mother is disgusting. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. See you later.